Welcome to 032 Conversations, the podcast where we talk to creatives, see how they live, and how they do their work. I'm your host, Carlo Villarica. It's January, folks. You know what that means. Actually, we probably don't know what that means, but generally, I like to look back at the year and see how, just, take a look back, see how the year went, and just get an overall feel of what the year was. So, I like to do that, in which I'm going to be releasing in a week or two. I have my year in photos. I do that every year. I think I started in 2014 or 2015. Actually, one of the most fun things I get to do, because it's like a photo album for that year for me. A lot of family stuff, but I remember the year when I first started cycling as a commute. I believe that was 2017. I mean, if you want to look at all those things, I'll link to all of my year in photos in the show notes. But one thing that I also do every year is make it's not really a New Year's resolution. It's not really like goals of the year. It's something that I try to. I mean, it is like a New Year's resolution. It is goals, but I'm not. I like to have them out there and announce them, but sometimes they don't get done as much as I want, as much as I try to have them done. But it's a good way to look back, see how things went. And usually I do that via a blog post. And since 2018 was the year we started podcasting, I figured I may as well share this post, quote unquote, as a podcast for 2019. So I'm going to link to the show notes on my 2018 New Year's resolution. So let's look for that post. Where is it? Okay, found it. I'm going to link to it in the show notes. And then, so here they are. So in 2018, my resolutions or goals for that year was to grow. So there's a Monday Musings newsletter. So I wanted to grow that to 500 subscribers. I wanted to start a podcast. I committed to 6 episodes. I wanted to commit to better quality content for our digital marketing partners. So this is how the bulk of 032 makes our money. We do social media work for clients. And for number 4, 20 releases and lookbooks for 2018. I don't know if we did that. And it says here sell 2,000 units of clothing. I actually still have to do the math. I have to add everything up from all the months and everything. I don't think we reached 2,000 units of clothing, but I'm sure we probably hit about 1,500. I'm going to look into that. And 5, organize 2 more art parties. 6, organize meet the streets. And 7, have fun. Okay, let's take a look and see how we did for 2018. So, first up, grow the Monday Musings to 500 subscribers. If you don't know what Monday Musings is, it's a newsletter that comes out every Monday, and it's a way for me to connect to people regularly via email and share cool articles or photos or videos that I found on the internet. And some people really like it. And currently I have, as of today, January 6, 2019, I have 256 subscribers to the newsletter. So if you want to subscribe, head on over to 032.com/Monday. A lot of people seem to like it. I get emails every now and then. But the goal was 500 subscribers. So we were We are well short of that. But, you know, in the end, this isn't a numbers game. We just want to do things that I want to do. I want to do things that I want to do. And I feel like will contribute to other people. So, you know, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Monday Musings newsletter. You might like it. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe anytime. No feelings hurt. I mean, a little bit hurt, but you know, not that much. Not that hurt. Not really hurt. Okay, so that was number 1. Grow to 500 Monday Musing subscribers. We did not get to do that, unfortunately. Number 2, start a podcast and commit to 6 episodes. This turned out to be a resounding, a great success for us. Not only did we do 6 episodes, I think this one is currently the 46th episode. Can you imagine that? So 1 episode a week since, I believe, Feb last year. And, honestly, this is one of the things that's most fulfilling to me. I get to meet creative people. I get to talk to them for 2 hours. And, it seems like it's what's, resonated the most of, what we've done recently. You know, the blogging was fun. Posting stuff on social media was fun. We still do that, but it didn't seem to have the same impact, not like the podcast. Now with the podcast, people actually have conversations with me about the podcast, like they listen to an episode. My wife got into listening to podcasts. She never used to listen to podcasts. My sister will occasionally send me a text about a podcast that came out 2 months ago. She'll be like, oh yeah, our driver's name in Bali was Puto also after listening to the Happy Garaje podcast. And, it's fun. And then that's what we get. Also, like so many people share the podcast on Facebook. Occasionally we'll receive a screen grab of the podcast or a tweet of somebody sharing the podcast, people that I've never met offline. And, so we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep going with the podcast. So, you know, yeah. So resounding success for podcast. We exceeded 6 episodes. We're going to keep it going. Number 3, commit to better quality content for our digital marketing partners. So again, we're reading the 2008 New Year's resolutions and we're looking back. So better quality content for our digital marketing partners. I believe we've done that. If you don't know, Zerothreetwo we do client work essentially, and we offer a very simple service. If you want social media content on your social media channels, we can create the content for you and we can post it online. Very simple. We don't try to do more than that. And then, we've been doing that for a few years now. And, so far, so good. Not much to say about that, really. You know, it's our bread and butter, but we have clients who we believe in. We have clients that we want to succeed. And, generally, we're very proud of our, client list. And, we'd like to keep it that way. We'd like to continue to serve them the best way possible. It's amazing what you can do if you keep things simple and just be reliable. Again, so number 4, 20 releases and lookbooks for 2018 and sell 2,000 units of clothing. I'll update this in the show notes once I do the math. Unfortunately, that's going to take some time, and I don't have the December reports yet, but I wanted to get this thing out. I suspect we hit about 1,500 units of clothing sold. I don't know if we had 20 releases and lookbooks. I'm going to look at that right now. Let's see. How many lookbooks did we release in 2018? So generally, whenever we release a new piece of clothing, we like to shoot a lookbook for it. And big thank you to all the photographers that we have partnered with. You guys were a lot of help. We loved working with you guys. We hope to work with more people in the future. Now let's count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. We're well short of 20 lookbooks for the year. See, so sometimes that's the problem with these goals sometimes is that they just don't get met. But you know what? I think I put it there in my first 2018 resolutions. You gotta shoot for the stars, and then if you're lucky, if you don't hit the stars, you'll hit the moon. But yeah, so we came up with 12 lookbooks for the year. So the idea is the more releases you have, the more clothing you're gonna sell. And I don't know, I'll see what we'll do for 2019. Okay, next on the New Year's resolutions of 2018 list, looking back. So organize 2 more art parties and organize Meet the Streets. We didn't do any of that. Wow, this feels like a downer. It feels like a downer episode where like we set a whole bunch of goals and just didn't meet it. And then but to end it on a good note, number 7 of the New Year's resolutions was have fun, and you know what? We did. We had a lot of fun. It turns out that producing these podcasts, listening to the feedback of everybody, meeting all of these great, wonderful creatives, looking at the impact of these podcasts, turns out it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna say 2018, despite not hitting many of our goals, was a huge success. It was a success also because you were here, you're listening to this podcast, you may have even bought some of our clothing. Thank you for making 2018 a wonderful one, a wonderful year. And also personally, 2018 was a good year for me because my first full year of cycling as a commute. I used to keep track of my gas expenses. Now I just don't. It's a tiny expense. I just don't really spend too much on gas. Biking as a commute, it's been huge, and it's one of the best things that I did. I believe I started it in 2017, but that decision to bike as a commute has been huge for me. Has saved me a ton of money, saved me a ton of time, more importantly. And, they say it's good for the environment. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't bike as a commute for the environment. I bike as a commute because it's really advantageous to how I like to live. So cycling for 2018, huge for me. Towards the middle of 2018, it was also the first time I really got to go out and bike legit long distances. So I bought myself. So I used to have this commuter bike. I still use it. That's my commuter bike. It was a single speed. I made it into a fixed gear, and then eventually I bought myself a nice gravel bike. If you guys don't know, a gravel bike is basically like a road bike. So it's a drop handlebars, but it's very similar to a road bike. It just has bigger tires, so I can go off road with it. And then with that bike, wow, I was able to go long distances up mountains. With my single speed now fixed gear, I can't do that. It's really difficult to go up a mountain on a fixed gear. It's crazy. It hurts your feet, legs. Like I can't do it. So, but with the gravel bike, wonderful. And then I celebrated that by doing the Festive 500. It's this challenge by this brand that I love, but I can't get myself to spend the money on. It's called Rafa. They have this thing called the Festive 500. So from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve, you bike 500 kilometers. And then that's how I ended my 2018. By getting really, really tired and really sleepy every evening. But it was worth it. And again, for more on my 2018 recap, my year in photos blog post is coming out soon, maybe in a week or two. Just a spoiler, it's a lot of time with family, a lot of time just putting my head down and doing the work. I mean, I don't want to gloss over the family part. I mean, really, family for 2018 was huge. Steph was a rock as usual. She's manning the She's like I'm honestly like the best partner I could ever ask for. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. But you know what? It works, and I'm excited. I'm excited for us. I'm excited for our 2 kids. We still don't get to sleep straight at night. I don't know, man. You know, my 3-year-old, he just wakes up in the middle of the night. When does that stop? Any parents listening, when does that stop? When was like, how old were your kids when you were first able to sleep straight at night? Please send me a message. DM me at Sober Musings. I'm on Twitter or on Instagram. I really want to know. Maybe I'll set like a timer and a countdown and just say, okay, at this age, I should start getting straight sleep. But, you know, honestly, being a parent, one of the most fulfilling things I ever hope to do, just trying to raise these kids to be good people, to be able to fend for themselves when they grow up. Unfortunately, we don't know the answer of that until they're like in their mid-20s or something. We don't know how well we're doing as a parent until they're really old. I don't know. I just like to think of my parents, and then hopefully I like to think of my parents and just hopefully think that like what goes through their mind when they see me and my 2 sisters. I wonder. Anyway, before we continue, I'd like to thank my sponsor for this episode, Degree 9 Coffee. In Cebu, there's no shortage of good coffee. And if you want really good coffee, head on over to Degree 9 Coffee. They serve specialty coffee, but you know what? If you're intimidated by specialty coffee and you want a frappuccino, if you're intimidated by specialty coffee and you want a frap, you want a good old sugary drink with cream on top, with like chocolate syrup all over it, they serve that too. Personally, I like my specialty coffee, but you know what? I get it, and Degree 9 Coffee gets it too. Visit them in the Gagfa Tower, F. Cabauag Street, Mabolo, Cebu City. Degree 9 Coffee. Really good coffee and a really good place to hang out and just chill. Degree 9 Coffee. Visit them, the Gagfa Tower in F. Cabauag Street, Mabolo City, Cebu. Boom! So, for 2019, what are we doing for 2019? Okay, first off, if you listen to our 2018 resolutions, it's clear really quickly that number one, we're not good with events. I don't expect to be doing events. I mean, events are great. It's a really good opportunity to see people who follow you online in real life. But wow, they are a time-consuming thing to do. And I don't know, maybe we can partner with somebody out there who wants to do an event. Like one of the things I've been toying with is, what if we do, what's a live version of 032 conversations? What can that look like? And you know what? I thought about it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. We'll charge people a couple of pesos, I don't know, a few hundred pesos to go. And you know what? If there's only 5 people who show up, we can do it in a Dunkin' Donuts. If 50 people show up, maybe we can get a bigger venue. And also, what's the actual interview or conversation gonna be like? So I there's a lot of questions there, but I think like a live version of 032 conversations might be fun because you get to have a lot of audience interaction. Maybe you can get questions from the audience. Maybe you can even have an audience member come up on stage and and share something, and then they'll be on the podcast. So I think that'll be cool. But it sounds like a headache to produce. That's my thing. Like, you know, events are just hard to do. For me, I mean, for other people, it's easy. But for me, it's not my cup of tea. So if somebody out there wants to help me out, send me a message. I am very open to hearing suggestions. Yeah, but that would be fun. But I'm not going to include that in my goals, my 032 goals for 2019. Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be like. So, no events. And another thing that I don't really want to do anymore is put a number. I think that was a mistake from previous years. We would put a number. The problem when you have a goal as a number. So let's say sell 2,000 units of clothing, for example. Or, yeah, something like that. The problem with that is that you don't control that goal. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say you have a goal for 2019. It's to make, I don't know, 1 million pesos for 2019. Now, obviously you can make steps to make all that money or to achieve that goal. But in the end, the achievement of that goal is kind of not in your control. Like if people buy stuff from you, that's not under your control. You hope they'll buy stuff from you. You hope that you make the right decision so that they'll buy stuff from you. But you don't know that they're going to do that. Okay? So I think the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to change the goals that I have for 2019 is that I'm going to make it goals that are under my control. So if I want to sell more clothing, I think the idea is, yeah, like my initial one was, my 2018 one was release 20 lookbooks. Okay. And then in a way, that's a good way to, because the releasing 20 lookbooks is under my control. And even if it was under my control, I still wasn't able to do it. But that said, at least you can control the outcome of it, and it becomes effort-based instead of a result that is out of your control. So the goals for 2019 are going to be based on that. Let's start. A few of my personal goals before we get to the 032 goals. One thing I would like to do is I'd like to have one epic ride per month, one epic bike ride per month. Now, honestly, I have to stop myself. My family is so sick of it, but I kind of like to talk about biking, cycling, and, but I want to say it out there. I want one epic ride per month. That basically means, I don't know. I don't really know how to define epic, but I want to have like one really cool ride that I've never done before. And December honestly was full of rides like that. Like I went up to 21 kilometer coffee. I took a bike ride down to Sibonga. I took a couple of bike rides to Katmon, and those are things I've never done before, and they felt really epic. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to have the fam come along one of these days. Maybe we could go out on a beach trip, and then I could head out on the bike, and then Steph and the kids catch up, and it could be something like that. I don't know. We have to talk about it, but I think that would be really, really fun. And number 2 on my personal goals, I don't have many personal goals really, but it's just going to continue to spend quality time with the family. Now, one of the nice things about 032, about this job that I have, is that really, I don't have to answer to anybody, and I get to control my time, and I want to take advantage of that. One of the problems when you have your own thing sometimes is that you can easily bring work home. Like honestly, I'm recording this right now at home on a Sunday. But you know what? The wife is sleeping. Half of the kids are sleeping. One of them sleeping. The other one is running around somewhere. So I want to have some quality time with the family. And then that just means really like, when I'm with them, try not to look at my phone too much. That's one. Number 1, try not to look at my phone too much. Maybe just not look at my phone when I'm with them. And then number 2, actual playing time with the kids. Now, I'm going to be honest. I love having 2 boys. It's so fun to just wrestle and then get dirty outside in the garden Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Having two boys is fun. 3 boys, I'm not so sure. That feels stressful and tiring. And number 3, this is something I need to improve on. Steph, if you're listening, I think you like this. I probably should commit. I should commit to a quiet dinner date with you, with the wife, every now and then. I'm just bad at this. I'm just bad at dates in general. And so I'm going to try to do that for 2019. Those are my personal goals. Really simple goals. And I mean, another personal goal would be make Zerothreetwo do better as a company. And but you know what? It comes when it comes. This is my stature in life. Is that a phrase? This is where I am. And it's not so bad. It's pretty good. Okay, next. Zerothreetwo goals for 2019. First goal. Continue with the fun stuff. Now, the fun stuff for me basically means the content of Zerothreetwo. And the main chunks of content right now is the Monday Musings. That's the Monday Musings newsletter. If you want to subscribe, head on over to zerothreetwo.com/Monday. And you'll receive something every Monday from me, written down, maybe shares of cool articles or videos or links or music, whatever. And Zerothreetwo conversations. So I'm just want to continue doing that. Monday Musings, every Monday a newsletter. Zerothreetwo conversations every Tuesday. I'm just gonna keep that going and see and try to build those content cornerstones for Zerothreetwo. And we'll see where that goes. So far we're doing pretty okay. Like, we got a couple of sponsors, so that helps. That helps keep the thing going. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, just send me a message. We'll talk. Okay, second goal for Zerothreetwo in 2019. So for the second goal, more well thought out and better planned Zerothreetwo merchandise collections. Now, I want to put a number in there. I'm not going to put units sold, but I think we can still do the 20 lookbooks for 2019. We already released one lookbook and it's only January 6th. And that's the Sinulog 2019 t-shirt lookbook. Get one now, exclusively available in the Assembly Online and Republic and BTC. But yeah, so 20 lookbooks in 2019, which should help us. So basically that means 20 new releases, 20 collections, 20 whatever for 2019, which should help us with another goal, hint, hint, of 2019. We'll see what, you'll hear about that in a few minutes. Now, third goal for 2019 is still to continue to do better work for our digital marketing clients. There's just the thing with our digital marketing clients. It's not something I feel like I have liberty to talk too much about. Like, I can't get into the specifics with who the clients are, etc. But basically, we want to do better work, continue to do better work, continue to try to get the vision of our clients out there. Yeah, and just keep that going. Hey, and if you need social media stuff for your company, for yourself, whatever, send me a message. We can talk. Okay, now, this is the last goal for Zerothreetwo in 2019. This is the exciting thing. This is the exciting thing for me. I don't know for you. Because right now, Zerothreetwo, we have an office. It's somewhere in Mandaue. But basically it's a room and it's like a stock room. We just keep all of the Zerothreetwo clothing stuff. Have 2 desks. I have a desk. My assistant has a desk. Our computers are there. And that's also where I do some of the interviews. So if you've done an interview of Zerothreetwo Conversations, You've likely been in that office. And it's nothing fancy. It's a simple place. But it would be good. It would be good to get a better place, to move somewhere more accessible, maybe somewhere nicer, maybe even sell merchandise, maybe open up a store with a little office in the back. That's the goal for 2019. Now, it's still January. I actually have to do the finances and make sure that we have a financial plan to open up the store. I don't want to take too much risk on the store. I don't want to open it up for a year and just close it later. That kind of sucks. I'm going to do some planning. We're going to work on opening up a store. That's for 2019. We're going to work on opening up a store. If we don't open the store in 2019 and it opens in 2020, I will still consider this success in that goal, in that sense. But yeah, I'm saying it out loud. I'm putting it out there. It's in the podcast. Therefore, it's real. For 2019, we're going to work to open up a Zerothreetwo store. Yep. It's going to be cool. I think the store is going to be cool. It'll be a nice place to just hang out with friends. In my head, we have a small coffee bar. Most likely, I'll be the one making the coffee. But it'll be fun. Just be able to hang out. You can invite Zerothreetwo Conversations guests over and it'd be cool. Like they can actually just hang out after the interview instead of, just leave a sketchy building in the middle of the evening. Yep. So those are the goals of Zerothreetwo. Those are my personal goals. So quick recap. Personal goals, 1 epic ride per month. Continue to spend quality time with fam. Zerothreetwo goals, continue with the fun stuff. Monday Musings every Monday. Zerothreetwo Conversations every Tuesday. For Zerothreetwo merchandise, we'll stick to the 20 lookbooks for 2019. Let's see if we can keep that going. Number 3, just continue to do better work for digital marketing clients. So far, it's been pretty stable. That's there, and we're really happy about that. And number 4, work to open up a Zerothreetwo store. Now, I don't know if you guys found that interesting, but I wanted it out there. I wanted to share our plans for 2019. And let's see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to hear more episodes like this one, where I just talk and ramble, let me know. I don't know if it's not very interesting for me. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we can come up with a few other topics to talk about or just do another AMA. The AMAs were fun. I'm going to do more of those in 2019. So hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks Degree 9 for sponsoring this episode. The music from this podcast is Piano March by Audionautics. If you want to support this podcast, you can become a Patreon subscriber. You can buy Zerothreetwo merchandise at the Assembly Online. You can share this episode on social media or leave a 5-star rating on iTunes. I'm going to see you next Tuesday with another interview. It's going to be an interesting one. Ciao. Oh, 2019!